And what did you think about the toe injury for Conor? Because, you know, a lot of people are saying Alex Pereira had broken toes, you know. What's your opinion? I mean, obviously as a fighter, do you think he should have continued with that, or do you think he made the right decision by withdrawing?
You know, any injury, I think he made the right decision. And the thing is, like Conor McGregor, he doesn't have to fight to make a living. He's doing it for the fans. So, of course, he wants to be at tip-top shape. He wants to be 100% when he steps out, so he puts on the best show possible. And, you know, I don't fault him for that at all.
Yeah. And Conor McGregor was, of course, supposed to be headlining this event. So what did you think when he had to withdraw, and what did you think when you found out about the injury?
Yeah, I mean, it's disappointing, right? I think it's disappointing for everybody. But understand this, you know, I broke my foot and pinky toe similar to him. And so what people don't understand is if the inflammation goes into your foot, you can't walk. So if you're not going to be able to walk, you're not going to be able to fight. I know people are giving him a hard time. And that's one thing also I'm not a big fan of. I hate kicking a man while he's down, you know. So right now I just hope he recovers well. All the best to Conor, and then comes back and fights. You know, there's a lot of people waiting to see him fight. And, you know, he's just part of the sport now. And I don't know. I'm not a big fan of kicking people while they're down. So all the best to him.
The initial mix-up of what the injury was, I think, kind of stirred us all up. But after finding out that it was his pinky toe, I understand. Like, having a broken pinky toe is bad. Whether people, you know, give him crap for it or not, I don't know. But I mean, rightfully so. If you break your pinky toe and you still have weeks to go in a fight camp, and you're Conor McGregor, then you reschedule.
I just wanted your opinion on Conor McGregor pulling out with a broken toe when we all know that you fought with a broken toe at UFC 300.
Eu acho que são situações diferentes. Eu acho que ele fez a melhor coisa, porque eu não aconselho ninguém estar lutando com o dedo quebrado, porque isso limita muito, né? Fiquei bastante limitado. As condições são outras, né? Pô, o cara, né, tem a vida dele, trabalhou para isso, de conquistar tudo que conquistou. Eu estou no meio do caminho, estou conquistando as minhas coisas. Então eu aceitei, achei melhor aceitar, né, de lutar, né, fazer a luta mesmo com o dedo quebrado, porque eu estava em outras condições. Então eu acho que ele fez a melhor coisa. Talvez eu no lugar dele faria o mesmo.
Well, can never judge people's pain, you know what I mean? Like different scenarios, different situations. You know what I mean? He made his name, he made his money, he made his life. I'm kind of halfway there. So I fought with the broken toe due to my situation, but maybe if I was on his situation, I had not fought. So we cannot judge.
Well, I mean, it's unfortunate, and then it's amazing. The UFC is amazing. You know, you saw the show on Roku, and you saw how they did it last time the cards fell apart. Well, this card fell apart, and now you have two guys that to me, it's perfect with Yuri and Alex, and you really got to give them credit for that. Those guys taking the fights, the UFC matchmakers setting it up, everything around making that bout, and just like one of those fortuitous things that they both fought on the last card. So foreshadowing.
You touched on UFC 303 this weekend, but obviously everyone was, you know, anticipating Conor McGregor's return. What was your reaction when you found out that wasn't going to happen?
You know, obviously bummed. It's a huge night for us as well when Conor fights. You know, there's more eyeballs on the broadcast. We're walking an even smaller tightrope than we do on our live shows. And there is something special about Conor's aura and what he, you know, brings to an arena when he steps in it. You know, from the fans and how they interact with Las Vegas when they come to support him, to his actual walks and the fights themselves. There's really nothing like it. And so it was disappointing, of course, but for me, health and safety of the athlete is the most important thing, and there's nothing else that could change about it, in my opinion. So if that's the step he needed to take, then I don't blame him at all. I hope he returns, and I hope he returns in a healthy manner. And until then, 303, I truly believe, great card. I cannot believe what they came up with. The rematch is amazing, and the co-main, and then even this, I love this fight with Anthony Smith and Roman Dolidze. Roman just coming up and being like, I really don't care about weight class. It's like that old school mentality. So what was able to come out of a bad situation?
I asked you what you thought about Conor McGregor having to withdraw from UFC 303. I mean, obviously it's great that we've got such a good card now, but what was your opinion when you heard that he was going to be out of the fight and because of the injury?
Injuries is a problem for everyone, you know. Sometimes I fight with the injury. 2 years ago, I fight with I tore my ACL, and after the fight, I make my surgery. But you know, Conor McGregor don't want to lose, anymore, and that's why he like a plan very well how he came back, But he needs to stop to drink. That's my opinion, I think he needs more discipline, But how I can say he have millions, billions. He know about his life, I'm a huge fan for Conor McGregor. What he did for whole MMA guys, special fighters, is huge. He take a lot of lights for every fighter, He make a movie, nice movie. I watch. It's very, very fun to watch, It's not go to the Oscar, but something you can like a good entertainment. You can eat a popcorn and watch the movie. Good action scenes. But I'm a huge fan. I expect Conor McGregor came back like the old days.
I think that he's smart, wanting to be 100% to get in there. He's earned his place to do that. I think a lot of times if it's somebody's big chance, like they got to take this fight for their chance to even get in the UFC, is that's when you take a little more chance, But I think that it's good to be healthy and 100% when you get in there to fight. So things happen. That's what happens when you're training.
When you first broke into the UFC, obviously you were pretty vocal that you wanted to be on the Conor's return card, like wherever it was. You also wanted Colby. You were pretty vocal about that, and now Conor is not fighting and you're not getting Colby. Would you have chosen to fight on this card against MVP if, Conor had pulled out like maybe far earlier, or was this date the date you wanted?
I wanted to fight around this time anyway. Would I have waited till August maybe if someone was available to fight? Potentially. But it was too big an opportunity to miss, to pass up on, to potentially fight on the same card as Conor, regardless of who the opponent was. I've made it very vocal. I have zero interest in fighting MVP. I have no interest. What interested me was being on the same card as Conor. Now, I have to say, I am grateful that MVP took the opportunity to take this fight. I am grateful he said yes. I am grateful he's going to show up, and he is going to bring it. But I was grateful because it was meant to be on a Conor card. Now, I'm going out here to steal this show. I'm going out here to show the world just how good I am. If Conor's not here, there's every reason that I can be the biggest name on this card after this fight's done.
Have you heard from a lot of Irish fans that maybe didn't return their ticket and still flew out to watch Conor, but they're sticking around for you?
Listen, if the Irish say they're going to do something, they're going to go do it. So anyone that's booked their flights, anyone that's booked, do you think an Irishman's going, I'll cancel my flight to Vegas, I won't go on a bender, I'll just cancel my and I'll stay at home? No. Every single person that bought tickets, that bought flights, they're all coming. They ain't turning away a weekend for a bender. So look, I am telling you, when we have, having me and Conor on a card would have been amazing. 2 horses in a race is always unbelievable, especially when one of them is Conor McGregor. I'm still here. I am still fighting. And I am flying the flag for my country and representing them on the biggest stage the world has ever seen. I am going to show up and show out on Saturday night, and the world's going to be left speechless.